Alright, heading home from the Vandergrift Back 5K. Finished first overall. I think it was like 18:52. I know it was under 19 minutes. I didn't really push today or try. I wasn't really sure what the course was going to be like. Never really been to Vandergrift. Had no reason to. So I didn't want to run real fast to get lost and then ruin the race or my chances of winning. So I held back the whole race. But actually, there was actually a lead vehicle in front of me. It actually took me about a half mile to realize that there was a vehicle leading the way, because I was trying to pay attention to signs. It probably actually didn't start on the course probably till a tenth or two actually into the race, but I didn't notice the vehicle till a half mile, which was really nice because I ended up not getting lost. There was definitely some one-way streets and some turns that I probably would have missed the signs if it wasn't for the lead vehicle. So thanks to the lead vehicle, whoever was driving that. It seemed a little bit hilly, but my GPS, I don't know if it didn't pick it up enough or if it wasn't as hilly as I felt it was. I know I had like 227, I think, feet down, 170 or 180 up, but it felt a couple hundred feet of gain, at least the first half of the race. So I don't know if, again, if the GPS didn't pick it up or whatnot. They weren't steep hills, it was more like rolling or gradual, but it just felt, again, hillier than what the GPS picked up. Maybe it's just me being slow today. Maybe that factored into it. It was a nice little course through town or city, whatever they call it. They did have signs at like the turns, like green arrows, and it said Vandergrift Back 5K underneath each one. For the most part, I would say they had somebody directing you, whether it be firemen, policemen, just regular volunteers, pointing in the right direction as well. There was a lot of what I want to call like leapfrog type vehicles that just randomly blocked roads so people couldn't come on the course. There was a couple cars on the course behind me. If you watched the video, I know at one point I looked back a few times trying to get the one. There was one behind me for a couple of tenths to see what it was doing. Was gonna wave it on. So it wasn't a completely closed course. You really couldn't completely shut it down. Just the way the town's set up, you know, it would be impossible to shut it down. But I felt it was generally pretty safe. Even if it was a busy day, I don't think there would have been much traffic anyhow. Decent crowd. Not too many super fast people, but I'm fine with that today. A couple people dressed up. One was like the Pink Rabbit from that one Christmas movie. A couple people had like Christmas sweaters on, a Christmas tree, stuff like that. So it was cool to see some of that stuff today. I took some pictures and videos. I don't know. I sort of did blank out a little bit and not get into full-on race mode. Just having that lead vehicle, it took a lot of pressure off after I realized it was the lead vehicle. Because going in, I definitely was afraid of getting lost, making a wrong turn. It seems like lately, not my fault, but race's fault, that when I'm going to new areas and not knowing the course, I'm in such a disadvantage because they don't have enough help. Well, today I think they had, well, I would say enough help, so I didn't get lost. But again, being in the lead of the vehicle, it was huge. I think a couple people did take a wrong turn near the end, but they fixed that real quick. So I guess it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. Other than that, I think I enjoyed it. Again, I think it was a fun course. Had a hard time finding any bathrooms. I had to randomly maybe go somewhere before the race. I'm not saying I did or didn't, but I maybe did. Just because I didn't see any randomly available. They told me there was a couple businesses, but I had no idea where these businesses were. So maybe that would be my only complaint. Be readily at bathrooms, because they do have like some kind of festival or crafts going on right now. You know, just people setting up like a holiday Christmas, I don't know what you want to call it, through the town, like Main Street. I was gonna stick around and get some stuff, but it started raining, so I left. Get some junk food, some good baked goods. A lot of little businesses in the town. It was pretty cool. All kinds. I know there's a pharmacy, paint store, t-shirt making place. I'm trying to think offhand what I saw. Obviously a bunch of different food downtown. So I guess if you get a chance, go check it out. I guess we ran past the one Kiski Elementary too, that my friend works at. I had no idea. I wasn't paying that much attention. I did GoPro the course while I was racing, so I'm gonna have that up in a couple days so people could preview it, just to see what it's like, give you a better chance next year to come and do the course. Just something different that I've been doing a little bit more during races, GoProing. Well, I guess depending on the competition too, because if it's really good competition, I need every little advantage I can. Plus, I don't want to have it bouncing around if I'm running real hard. But I think I got some good video today. I have to go home and check it out. Plus, it saves me from coming back some other time and videoing it and trying to figure out what the course is like while looking at my watch and vehicles and stuff like that. So I'm kind of happy I GoPro'd it today, and the rain actually held off during the race. Was another cool thing today, because on the way down it was sprinkling and occasionally it was coming down pretty good, but right as I was pulling in, it quit, and during the whole race it quit. At least I didn't feel anything, but again right at the end it started sprinkling again, just a tad. So I guess the last few people coming in got a little moist, but it wasn't like a downpour, nothing like that. Smiley Miles timed it, so the results will be up very soon. There was a gift card for some pizza place that had like 3 different shops. As I was standing at the finish, there was some ministry building right at the finish line. 2 people standing out there, and I just gave it to them to use however. Just something nice to do. Figured if I ain't gonna use it, give it away real quick. But we got a Tossable hat for signing up. As you see, Vandergrift Back win 5K. Got a little on top, little puff ball. So I don't know, if you get a chance, check it out. Help the race grow a little bit. Seem like nice people putting it on, a nice little Main Street craft thing. I'm gonna go on. I don't think it really started yet. Right before I left, maybe it starts at like 11. There's people setting up and ready. Some weren't yet, but some were. So stick around, get some good food, some Christmas shopping done next year, and hope to see you next year.